I can feel myself aging every time a Shoe on Head video comes out because I know that it's been a month because she only posts once a month and I'm like, fuck, I'm 1 month older. How many videos have I done now of her in a row? I think 12. I think I've literally done an entire year worth of Shoe on Head videos. The female jealousy epidemic. It's real, it's here. Tell us about it, Shoe on Head.
So if you've been living under a rock, you
I have been.
probably haven't heard that Sydney Sweeney was in an American Eagle commercial.
I've been living under a rock, and even I've heard about this.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality.
That's way too much denim.
And even eye color.
Denim.
My genes are blue.
Sydney Sweeney has great genes.
You don't
Get
know
it?
what's in 'em.
Jeans? Because she's attractive? And
Yeah.
she is. I can see why men like her. She has a really cute face and a nice body. But personally, my favorite thing about Sydney Sweeney is that she's a Nazi. Did they mean to include a bunch of Nazis?
My favorite thing about her is she's a weirdo celebrity freak. That's all I care about. She's not a Nazi, though. And I don't even think she's as weird and freakish as most other celebrities. But she still is.
Nazi dog whistles in this? How the
They're
f
using
did she
sex
agree
to
to
sell
this
a product.
actual Nazi ad? The only way Sydney Sweeney would be okay with doing an ad like this is if she was a Nazi.
Yeah, everybody's upset about the wrong thing, so I don't give a shit. Like, everybody should be upset that, this is a callback to an ad that was sexualizing a teenager. Like, underage person. Like, that's what people should be mad about.
This is Nazi shit.
About the ad that is being racist.
What?
Some of you guys might be too young to remember, but back in the day when an ugly girl was jealous of a pretty girl, she would simply call her a whore. But that's a good thing now, so we have to call her racist. I am going to be completely
Yeah,
honest,
true.
I have no idea
Fuck.
what movie
I didn't even realize that. Whore used to be an insult, and now people call each other a whore. Like they say the N-word. Like black people call each other the N-word.
movies Sydney Sweeney is in. All I know, she is a very popular celebrity, and I always see discourse on Twitter about her being mid. What is wrong with you people? Who is not mid nowadays? I saw Anne Hathaway get called mid the other day. Anne Hathaway.
Well, to be fair, her face looks really fucked up now because she got a lot of plastic surgery.
If these women are mid, I'm like a sub-zero. I'm like a -2. I am like a horseshoe crab on the bottom of the ocean. Horseshoe crabs are pretty base though.
To be fair, to be honest, I think this crazy lady is hotter than Sydney Sweeney. I don't know, man. Is that a hot take?
If these women are mid, I'm like a sub-zero. I'm like a -2. I am like a horseshoe crab
I think maybe it's the ears that do
on the
it for
bottom
me.
of the
I don't know.
ocean. Horseshoe crabs are pretty base though. 445 million years, no
Maybe the fact that she looks like a Who from Whoville.
evolution. That's me. Millions of years on YouTube, no evolution. Sydney Sweeney has like a fun, bubbly personality. She seems like she enjoys being feminine, and
Yeah, I don't like it. I'm not into it. She ain't my type. I'm sorry.
it seems like she doesn't hate men, which is a big plus. She
That is a
really
big
plays
plus.
into the like, I'm a hot
Actually, no, it's not. I take that back. I want the woman to hate men, but not for stupid reasons. I just want the woman to hate men and hate women. Just hate everybody, except me.
blonde bombshell. I have big titties thing, which, are we back to liking titties as a society? Didn't Kim Kardashian deflate her ass recently? That's how I knew the ass fad was over. The fall of Kim Kardashian's ass and the rise of
It's fucking crazy how celebrities have just become modular now. Like, oh, it's not cool to have a fat ass anymore? Okay, well, I guess I'll just reduce my ass.
Sydney Sweeney. Besides, ass, titties, no, I don't objectify women. I respect women, okay? The only thing that matters to me is a woman's mind. And thighs. What is like the male body equivalent to this
I feel
debate?
that.
Abs or arms? Personally, I love a good forearm. I love a good, nice, thick, manly wrist. And you know what looks great on a wrist? A watch. Which brings us to today's
Oh,
sponsor,
no.
Holtzkern. So let's quickly give them a shout out before we get into
I've never
today's
heard of
video,
that.
shall we? Holtzkern is a young Austrian company that creates unique
Austrian,
watches,
no thank you.
soap while the
I only
same
buy
as-
American.
and order
Get
and
outta
use
here
my
with
sign up
that.
for their back later. Big thank you to Holtzkern for sponsoring this video.
It is a
and
nice
now,
watch, though.
let's get back to it. My jeans are brown. Sounds like I shit my pants.
The woke
That's what I was
outrage
gonna
over
say.
Sydney Sweeney's ad has gone from, well, bad to worse.
Some people have
What?
taken issue with the phrase great genes being used over images of a blonde, blue-eyed woman.
If Sydney Sweeney is a registered Republican, I think her ad is fantastic. Okay, thank you very much.
But if she's a leftist, it's all right. I don't like it too much. It's all right. It's probably over-sexualized. Calling back to a similar ad that was sexualizing a teenager.
Much, everybody.
TikTok and Twitter absolutely blew up with thousands and thousands of people calling this ad fascist propaganda. Yes, they literally took the jeans and jeans pun to be some kind of Nazi dog whistle because Sydney Sweeney is an attractive blonde-haired, blue-eyed woman, which apparently has been an extinct species for so long in advertisement that when people saw this, they got scared and thought they saw the ghost of Hitler. Is Sydney Sweeney a Nazi? No. But do these people kind of have a point about this ad? Also no. They are unwell. But let's hear them out.
Yeah, they don't know nothing about history, apparently. They don't know nothing about the history of advertisements like I do. I know what this ad is based on.
Let's watch some of these TikToks.
I don't remember what company it was, but it was another jeans commercial. You could probably look it up, old jeans commercial, and if it's the one that looks like this one, then that's the one that's it.
Listen to them, listen to their points. We're not gonna be mean, we're not gonna own the libs, okay? We are going to hear them out.
You guys are complaining about that Sydney Sweeney jeans ad, so I went and saw it.
That's Nazi propaganda.
What the fuck was that thing?
Holy 2014 Tumblr. What the f? Out here looking like
That's
she
what I'm
walked straight
saying.
out of a Stone Toss comic. Looking like you're going on the thumbnail of this video. Listen, if your bangs end in the middle of your forehead, you don't have to tell me your political opinion.
She looks like she has a secret DeviantArt account.
I know them. I can tell. Okay, sorry. I
Full of My Little Pony porn.
got it out of my system. Let's continue.
I will be the friend that's too woke
Ah! I hate this lady! I keep seeing her everywhere!
because those Sydney Sweeney American Eagle ads are weird. Like, fashion.
These American Eagle ads are weird. You sound like Bentley from Sly Cooper.
Just weird. Like, Nazi propaganda weird.
So this commercial was apparently a reference to an old Brooke Shields commercial from the 80s.
The secret of life
That's it! That's it!
lies
she
hidden in the
knows.
genetic code. Genes are fundamental in determining
She's
the
underage!
characteristics of an
This is
individual
a child!
and passing on these characteristics to succeeding generations. This may result in the origin of an entirely new species, which brings us to Calvin's and the survival of the fittest.
Calvin Klein
Calvin
jeans.
Klein, there
Oh
you
my
go.
god, she turns into a swastika. She was like 14 in that ad, by the
Yeah, see? See?
way. Really creepy. So at least Sydney Sweeney is of legal age. 14 is actually pretty old for Brooke Shields if you know her history and her lore.
I do. It's fucking weird. There was a movie where, you know what, I'm not even gonna talk about it. She was like 9 years old, 6 years old, or something like that, and she was not wearing any clothes. It's fucked up.
If anything, that is the most fucked up thing about this Sydney Sweeney ad, referencing an old ad of a child star who was abused by Hollywood. But yeah, it was a callback to an
Thank
old
you.
commercial.
I haven't heard anybody else talk about this except Pop Culture Crisis.
And Sydney Sweeney is the current day hot celebrity, so they chose to do it with her. They unfortunately failed to consider the fact that in current year, white people are not allowed to say that they have good genes because that is Nazi propaganda.
A blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman is talking about her good genes. Like, that is Nazi propaganda.
Yeah, she's just upset because her genes made her look like that.
You don't get to drop lines about inherited traits, blue eyes, and great genes while zooming in on somebody that could have walked straight off of a Nazi propaganda poster.
A white, blonde, blue-eyed
Oh, man. Unfortunately, this is my type.
Hitler's wet dream talking about how
The dead-looking chicks.
much she loves her genetics.
It's not just giving eugenics, it's giving male fantasy.
Not my type. That last one. What the fuck was that?
I like how eugenics and being attractive to men are like equally terrible things to these people.
Sydney Sweeney's jeans ad is giving
What the fuck is this? They're like, it's all the typical type. All the jealous type. That just are not genetically gifted.
Ethnic state propaganda. It is giving dystopian. It is giving 1940s Germany.
Why do they all speak the same? Why do they all do the same shit? They all say the same shit.
Because they all watch the same shit on the internet and it ends up saying all the words and all of them use those words. It's like a hive mind.
It's giving. It's giving.
Put a blonde-haired, blue-eyed, fair-skinned woman in an ad and say she has good genes. I don't know if I can say this, but it's literally giving Nazi propaganda.
It's giving. Also, the flesh-colored microphone? Why? It's giving dick, okay? It's giving penis. It's giving cock.
I can't believe I actually have to explain this, but there is a reason that they picked a girl named Sydney Sweeney for this ad, and it's not just her blonde hair and her blue eyes. Sydney Sweeney is laying with her German Shepherd dog in this shoe. Her name is Sydney Sweeney, so her initials...
So, Germans are Nazis, apparently.
...are SS. They intentionally included her German Shepherd dog in the photo shoot.
Oh my god.
I think these dumb bitches are looking way too much into this.
Take your meds. Meds, 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 meds. Her name is Sydney Sweeney. Her initials are SS, like the Nazis. The dog is a German Shepherd. German, like the Nazis. Are they putting crack in birth control nowadays? What is going on? She is a hot woman. She is a hot woman because of the way she looks. She looks the way she looks because of genetics. She has great genes. That is how a normal person sees it. She's blonde and has blue eyes and her initials are SS and she has a German Shepherd. Is how a schizophrenic, politically brain-rotted person sees it.
Hi, thanks for calling American Eagle.
Oh, God.
How can I help today?
Hi, I am a marketing student and was wondering if I could speak to someone who could maybe give me some insight as to what
She sounds very
estimated
angry.
return on investment there has to be willing to use white supremacy and eugenics as your marketing campaign.
What? They're not gonna listen to you because that's one of the most insane things that I've ever heard.
On a marketing campaign?
Harassing some poor worker, doesn't even fucking speak English, has all to do with the commercial. These people are sick.
Yes, I recently saw
They're mentally deranged.
American Eagle's eugenics marketing campaign where they used that white blonde girl and talked about how good her genes were in a time where racism is rampant in the U.S.
I see.
What?
Thank you for taking time to share your feedback.
Why are you bothering this random-ass Filipino woman with your West Wing-ass TED Talk? Nobody gives a
Okay, so there's no way to, as a student,
wanna
I
look at her.
can't learn about when
I'm just gonna
eugenics
look at you.
makes sense in marketing. No one on the marketing team can talk to me about that.
No.
I miss like 50 years ago when these people would just be serial killers instead of doing whatever the fuck this is. She's even got other celebrities see this.
Yeah, she should have a documentary on ID or ID, whatever that channel's called. Murder mysteries.
Genes are passed down from parents
Ah,
to
this lady
offspring,
again.
often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Haha, she did a dumb redneck voice, get it? Because all white people are dumb inbred hicks. Good one, Doja.
Way to make fun of the racists by being racist. Like, actually racist. That is actual racism. Like, they don't fucking get it, man. They don't fucking get
Hey,
it.
by the way, why are you pandering to the same exact people who got your ass canceled for wearing a Sam Hyde shirt once? They all think you're racist too, girl, but nice try. Hope they see this.
Doja Cat is making fun of Sydney Sweeney's ad only because she realized after all those years of her kissing up to white supremacists, they're never going to accept her because she's a half-black woman. Wearing the Sam Hyde shirt, you dating all these white supremacists. So make fun of the ad all you want, but we'll never forget you rolling around in those chat rooms showing white supremacists your feet so they can make fun of your black ass.
Oh, they did see it, and they still hate you.
Yeah, you step out a line an inch, they'll have your head. Happens every time.
Weird adverts aside about how the best genes are characterized in a conventionally attractive white, blonde, blue-eyed woman. Not true, I mean, look at me. Within 5 years, or as soon as she shows any sign of aging, that's it. The moment she becomes visibly over 25.
Enjoy the ride now, babe, before you get too old and ugly and hit the wall. But wokely. This is just something I've noticed in the decade of criticizing feminism on the internet. Male feminists are the most misogynistic, sexist freaks ever when they finally have an acceptable, approved target to go after. God forbid you are a woman with the incorrect opinion, because hell hath no fury like a male feminist replying to you.
A strawberry blonde, blue-eyed woman marketing having great genes. This is just a whole fucking eugenics campaign.
I love how all the male feminists, all the male feminists look like fuckboys. Every single one of them. They all look like they're trying to get laid in college.
And I, for one,
funny how that
would
is
like
every
to
time.
throw myself off a balcony.
Do it. Do a backflip. Live stream it. Also, these people just straight up don't know what the eugenics movement is. Talking about genetics.
They don't know what eugenics even means. They just heard people talk about that.
Is not eugenics.
Yeah.
Sydney Sweeney did not say she had the best genes or superior genes or that other people had bad inferior genes. Someone even made it like a fake ad like Beyonce has better genes, and it's like, why'd you pick the picture where she has like a blonde wig on?
This campaign is poking at
Right.
women's greatest and most tender insecurity under the patriarchy, which is desirability and the beauty standard. It affects not only non-white women, even though this is clearly white supremacist, Aryan race
Oh, you were almost onto something.
propaganda, but it also...
Bro, hold on.
This campaign is poking at women's greatest and most tender insecurity under the patriarchy, which is desirability and the beauty standard. It
You are correct.
affects not only non-white women, even though this is clearly white supremacist, Aryan race propaganda.
Dude, the thing that you said you are being, it hurts you. You are hurt by this ad. And you even pointed it out that that's what it's trying to do.
But it also adversely affects
And then you got upset about it. You fell for it. Congratulations. You played yourself.
the majority of white women who do not naturally have blonde hair and blue eyes. Because yes, even the women who can achieve this look have to do it through artificial means in one way or another.
Okay.
The vast majority of white women are not naturally blonde. And of course, lots of white women are also insecure about having brown eyes. So that's a whole generation.
So we can't portray people looking pretty because other people don't look like that? What the fuck are you talking about?
Of young white women who are being further propagandized to purchase blonde hair dye and contacts for the rest of all time.
Okay, what? Are attractive women just not allowed to model anymore because, like, God forbid it makes some other women insecure? And as someone with brown eyes, I've never once felt insecure about...
Yeah, well, see, they wanted to have ugly women and fat women be models too, but they weren't getting the fame and success of the pretty models because nobody likes fat and ugly women. So they're like, okay, well, that didn't work. Let's just take away all models. And guess what? That's not gonna fucking work either.
Having brown eyes. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna get into Hyperborea, but I've seen myself photoshopped with blue eyes. Horrifying. So we've gone from Nazi propaganda to genocide to racism to now poor little girls are gonna feel insecure because they don't have blue eyes like Sydney Sweeney.
Another thing about the Sydney Sweeney beauty standard that is very important to note is that big boobs are a hallmark of what conservative men are attracted to.
You're saying all of the things that you are insecure about.
At the end of the early 2000s and through the 2010s, we were becoming a more progressive society, and so we also naturally progressed to be a more ass-centric society.
In the 2000s, we were becoming more progressive, so we started objectifying women's butts. What? The communist utopia?
Yeah, we started focusing more on sexuality.
Utopia will be ass-centric, apparently. I didn't know the ass versus tits thing was political. How does she know conservatives are all boob men? Conservatives in the audience, are you a boobs or butt guy? What political affiliation are the...
What about the legs? Huh? Do people not like legs? Hot take? Hot take? I don't know if everybody thinks like this, but I am a woman guy. I just like a woman. I like all of a woman. I don't like one particular part. I like the whole thing. I don't want to just have a butt. You know, I don't want to have just a set of tits. I want the whole woman to be there.
Feet men, libertarians. Listen, they can try to disguise it with their little intersectionality buzzwords all they want, but at the end of the day, women just want a socially acceptable reason to hate other women. That's it.
Good genes passed on to offspring? That American Eagle ad with Sydney Sweeney is literally overt eugenics. I know you don't want to hear this, but if you want to talk about how that ad is promoting eugenics, which it absolutely is, we also have to talk about how choosing not to wear a mask when you can during an ongoing pandemic,
What
because
the
you're okay
fuck?
with a certain subset of people,
Dude, these people are fucking clowns. They're insane. What is happening in
primarily
this
disabled
video?
people of color, dying for your own comfort, is also eugenics.
1 second. "2025. We are talking about wearing masks for COVID in 2025. I like how she's woke scolding the other woke.
Yeah, apparently we're still in a pandemic. These people think we're still in a pandemic. Like it didn't, like, officially end in 2022.
Scolds for not woke scolding about her particular pet issue.
Like, we've been done with it for 3 years, man.
COVID broke the brains of so many of these people,
Yep.
man. It's because it's when the world was just a giant, safe HR longhouse where it was socially acceptable for them to be moral busybodies and never leave their home. It was like the closest to their lib shit utopia that we have ever gotten, and they miss it.
I remember growing up in a predominantly white community, wishing myself out of this body, out of this culture, take my name if it meant that I could.
Okay. Okay. Go over to the black community. See how you like that. Or the Mexican community. Or, you know, any of the other communities. I'm sure you'll have a great time over there. Guess what? Even the non-criminal communities, it's gonna be exactly the same. You're gonna feel good about some things, you're gonna feel really bad about some things, you're gonna want to leave. Because everybody feels that.
Could wake up blonde-haired and blue-eyed, never having to explain who I am or worry about being accepted. That is why this American Eagle ad with Sydney Sweeney is especially off-putting.
You're never gonna be accepted because you're a dumb bitch.
Listen, I'm sorry that happened to you, but we live in a predominantly white country. If you go to another country, there will be a different beauty standard. If you go to the country of your ancestors, there will be a different beauty standard, and maybe it will look more like you. But again, she didn't say her genes were better or the best, and it's not like all the hot popular celebrities look like Sydney Sweeney. Look at Ana de Armas, look at Zendaya. They don't look anything like Sydney
Calling Zendaya hot, that's a stretch.
Sweeney. And they are known as very beautiful around Hollywood. This is why corporations and the media think in order to pander to the female gaze, everything has to be like average and frumpy and ugly. Because women can't stop fucking projecting their insecurities. Not every character in a movie or a video game has to look like you. Not everyone in an ad has to look like you. Hell, the only time I see people who look like me.
They can't. They actually can't look like you. Because if they do, whatever product that they're attached to will fucking fail. It'll crash and burn because nobody likes that shit.
Hey, is when I turn on the live-action Grinch movie. You notice men never say this shit, by the way? They usually go like, wow, that man is strong. I don't look like that. I'm gonna go to the gym. And women are like, wow, that woman is thin. I don't look like that. I'm gonna go complain.
What to make Sydney Sweeney's jeans better? Like, why did you get that joke? All us woke people are saying is that it's just a little bit weird to directly reference European jeans as better.
Again, she never said that her jeans were better. You are making shit up.
Yep, they're projecting it. They're projecting their insecurities.
Now, when you think of the all-American girl, like
those lips look fake as fuck.
standard of like American beauty, you probably think blonde hair, blue eyes, white girl, right? You're not supposed to think that way.
You're not supposed to think that way, guys. That's double plus ungood.
Yeah, you better think the way that I want you to think or it's bad.
That's
called wrong think.
Ingrained in you because of negative things that have been pushed on you by society.
When you think about the all-American
It's
woman,
all
you should be
society,
thinking about an
guys.
obese, transgender, disabled woman or something. What would be an acceptable vision of the American woman for this person? It's insane she's saying that we think Sydney Sweeney is hot because of negative things that have been pushed on us by society. No, bitch, we have eyes. And just because she is attractive does not mean you are also not attractive.
And just because I can acknowledge that she is probably an 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, she's not my type, and I probably wouldn't go after a woman like that. Like, people have different opinions, and that's okay, man. It's okay.
Look at your full lips. That is a standard of beauty I'll never live up to, but that's okay, because I have other things.
She's being modest. To be fair, I think that Shoe on Head is hotter than Sydney Sweeney, but that's just me. That's just me.
that are beautiful and unique about me, just like you have other things that are beautiful and unique about you, regardless if Sydney Sweeney is held up as the American beauty standard. These are lessons your mother should have taught you, not a YouTuber. Sydney Sweeney's ad shows a cultural shift towards whiteness. Advertisements are always mirrors of society, and sometimes what they reflect is ugly and startling. Boo! A white woman. Oh, the author is white.
How'd you get in my screen, white woman?
Hate these people, man. Shut up. Shut up.
Shut the fuck up!
It's one thing when it's like a non-white person talking about how white people suck. It's like, okay, you're just racist. But when it's a white person talking about white people suck, you need to be ground up into a pulp and fed to livestock. You would honestly be more useful that way. Ads are always mirrors of society, and sometimes what they reflect is ugly and startling. Popular American culture is, indisputably, becoming more puritanical and more conservative.
I can get the conservative thing, but puritanical? What the fuck are you talking about?
Puritanical? The focus of the ad was her tits and ass. This is not at all a conservative Puritan.
She was naked putting on jeans. It didn't show her naked, but it was supposed to be presuming or assuming that she was naked just a few seconds ago. Because she was slipping the jeans on and buttoning them up. That's what the focus was.
Puritanical ad. Have you seen what the puritanical right thinks of Sydney Sweeney? They think she's a whore, okay? They think she's a whore. The backlash has been swift and fierce, and some of it, at least if you ask me, is fair. The internet has been quick to condemn the advertisement as non-inclusive at best. Non-inclusive? Why the f does everything have to be inclusive? It's a commercial with one fucking person in it. Sweeney exudes a source of vintage sexiness that caters to the male gaze. She embodies the near mythological girl next door beautiful but low maintenance sexy femininity that dominated the media in the 1990s and early 2000s.
Yeah, she definitely looks like she's from the 90s, especially those pants with the butterfly on them.
Oh wow, that sounds great. You're telling me that's fascism? Waiter, more fascism please. What the f? It's just so funny, like, the left is currently losing their mind about how, like, they need to get young men to vote for
Dude, it's getting more ridiculous. Like, it's getting so ridiculous.
Democrats again, and here they are like...
It's like all the regular leftists have checked out, and then now all we're hearing about is all of the insane ones.
Blondes with big b****s are fascism. Listen, the alt-right pipeline does not start with the American Eagle ad. It starts with you. What are you doing? This is not at all a conservative far-right ad. It's just a normal ad that would have ran like 15 years ago. But I guess that's what being far-right is nowadays. Being normal from 15 years ago. I love this random part of the article though. Young women are being radicalized through so-called clean skincare and healthy eating.
And imagine caring about a fucking jeans ad. Like, for pants. Who cares that much about a fucking commercial?
So fascism is hot people eating healthy and having clean skin. Goebbels himself could not make better propaganda. Literally, as I am editing this video, the New York Times comes out with his opinion piece, Why the Right is Obsessed with Thinness.
Why is the left upset with being fat as shit?
I would really, really appreciate if people stopped equating health and beauty to fascism.
Everything right and normal is fascism and evil to these people. Because they're fucking freaks.
Because if health and beauty are fascism, what is unhealthiness and ugliness? Unfortunately, a big part of socially progressive ideology is dismantling.
Actually, unhealthiness and ugliness is what used to be healthy and what used to be beautiful. Because unhealthy, ugly people are not that. Unhealthy, ugly people are actually the healthy, beautiful people. And everybody else is the ones who are unhealthy and ugly.
Hierarchies and norms, and challenging what society sees as conventional, traditional, and beautiful. A really good example of this was those statues that were put up like all over different cities of like a frumpy woman in
this shit's fucking retarded.
Leggings. And the artist says like the purpose of these was to like challenge conventional beauty standards, and it's like, imagine looking like one of these women and then hearing like, oh yeah, this was put up to challenge beauty. Like, what do you mean by that? Remember the whole body positivity movement like 10 years ago? Remember like all the fat influencers? Remember when every single ad was like this ad, for example? Calvin Klein's latest underwear campaign is breaking big boundaries.
Yeah. Big boundaries.
Big boundaries. Whoa, 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 whoa. What?
Like, bro, you're straight up calling her fat in the ad and like trying to be endearing about it. Come on. We know what's going on here.
What do you mean by that? While fashion is starting to seriously consider creating more inclusive environment for consumers, there is still a huge mountain to
They're using all this fucking language.
Climb before it is truly considered diverse. Huge mountain? Now that's just mean. And that's why Calvin Klein, probably the most famous name associated with underwear, just launched a groundbreaking
like earthquakes
campaign. Groundbreaking? Oh,
yeah.
come on now.
Yeah, it's just all fat puns.
Campaign is all about feeling free to express yourself, being uninhibited, and being provocative by challenging the norms we see on a regular basis. See? Challenging norms. It's all about challenging norms. This reminds me of
Yeah, it's about making normal things weird and weird things normal.
that protein world controversy from 2015. Old heads will remember. I wrote an article about it for the Libertarian Republic. Wow, that was a long time ago. But anyway, a billboard with this ad for a protein powder supplement was put up and people lost their fucking minds. They vandalized it, they threatened to get a bunch of the employees fired, they threatened to go where the company was located with hammers, all because they committed the great crime of body shaming by daring to have a thin, attractive woman on their ad. This ad made other companies come out with their own like little virtue signal.
A normal, attractive person.
Things like passive aggressive, like everybody is ready. Like every fashion magazine, every beauty magazine was pumping this out the time. Just fat, 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 fat. The rise of like Tess Holiday and the hashtag F your beauty standards. Oh my god. You could not escape this. Also, suspiciously, body positivity only seemed to mean obese women. But yes,
Yeah, just the women. Nobody likes fat dudes, apparently.
Where you looked, it was like fat, 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 and everyone was like, yes, queen. Well, now we live in Ozempic world, and the fat acceptance movement seems to have
Yeah, if you're a man and you're fat, you just get called an incel.
died. Like many of the fat influencers, unfortunately. And these same types of people are like crashing out about the Sydney Sweeney ad because they really do feel like all the work they have done to like socially engineer people's behavior and preferences has been just like destroyed overnight. Who would win? Decades of propaganda? One big booby girl.
I like the big booby girl. I do like the big booby.
I wrote in the old article, I can't say
I don't like the fat girl, I do like the big booby girl.
too surprised at the backlash towards this model's body. We are living in a world where instead of striving to better ourselves and live a healthy lifestyle, praising obesity and unattractiveness is becoming the norm. Well, shoe on head from 10 years ago, you will be happy to hear that it seems like it's no longer the norm. Because apparently not just American Eagle, but like Dunkin' Donuts and Arby's are using hot people in their ads again. Is the culture truly healing, or
I feel like we're going back to the 90s with everybody's looks too. Like this is straight up the 90s. This is Gwen Stefani right here.
Arby's are using hot people in their ads again? Is the culture truly healing, or are we about to go into a deep financial recession? Questions we should be asking. Angry Reddit freaks.
Oh, bro, I think it's gonna be worse than a recession. I think we ain't seen nothing like what we're about to experience. A depression squared.
Also doxed Sydney, looking through her voting records and found out she is a registered Republican. One of the most common things I saw about this were how, like, all the women getting mad about Sydney Sweeney were ugly, and I don't think that's true. There were some, like, pretty people in there. But it got onto this topic that I see
I think I'm a registered Republican. I've also never voted.
all the time, and that is, why are liberal women so ugly?
Well, I guess I wouldn't be registered still. When I first got registered to vote when I turned 18, I was a Republican. Or I thought I was a Republican. Turns out I'm not. I was just using the label my grandpa put on himself.
Leftists are ugly, conservatives are hot, which is not true, by the way. I was at January 6th, okay? But for the most part, stereotypes exist for a reason, right? Conservatives are, well, conservative with the way that they present themselves. They tend to follow norms and beauty standards, which is why, for example, the media called Hassan a, quote, progressive in a MAGA body. And how so many women on dating apps nowadays are looking for a man who votes Democrat but looks like a Republican. Everyone is aware of the stereotypes. And with
Yeah, that doesn't exist.
leftists, you know the stereotype, like the overweight, blue hair, nose ring. They're not all ugly, of course, but many purposely make themselves look ugly, because being ugly is saying f you to the man. Marcel Duchamp's art piece,
Fuck your beauty standards. Okay. Then you're just gonna look ugly, and nobody likes ugly.
Fountain, which was literally just a urinal, was a f you to art institutions and classical ideas of beauty. Those fuck-ass ugly concrete block brutalist buildings are another example. Brutalism emerged after World War II as a post-war modernist style, in part created.
I'm not against brutalism per se, but it has to be like the Power Rangers building from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. That kind of brutalism.
As a f you to the classical architecture celebrated by, drumroll, the Nazis. Now think of those concrete buildings and the urinal and apply it to broader society. Basically, the blue hair and nose ring is a f you to, well, Sydney Sweeney. Hitler existed, so now everything has to be fat and ugly. Sorry. I don't know why so many on the left want to give the concept of beauty and health to the right, but it is not a winning strategy. Listen, I just want everyone's basic needs.
Yeah, all of these people focused on Hitler so fucking much. They based their entire lives on it. On hating Hitler and hating Nazis. Even though Nazis aren't exactly a thing anymore because Hitler's dead. You got these, like, groups of Nazis, sure, but nobody ever sees them. They're not known. The people that people call Nazis are not real Nazis. And it just makes me think that, actually, Hitler won. Hitler won. He did take over. He took over the hearts and minds of the weirdo leftist freaks and just lives in their heads rent-free. They just can't stop thinking about Nazis and Hitler.
Met, alright? I don't want people going in debt if they get into a car accident, or be homeless, or get sent to foreign wars. I didn't sign up for this stupid shit. It is funny though how like every time Sydney Sweeney is on camera, there's like a right-wing article like, woke is dead. Wokeness is no match for Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah, it's the same thing, it's just on the opposite side.
Sweeney's undeniable beauty. Are Sydney Sweeney's breasts double D harbor?
This is part of the reason I don't like Sydney Sweeney, is because she's being pushed on people. She's being pushed on me. I'm tired of seeing her everywhere. Whenever this kind of thing happens with celebrities, I'm like, fuck! Enough! Pick somebody else! Oh, you're gonna show me Pedro Pascal every single fucking day. Oh, now I'm seeing Sydney Sweeney every fucking day. I do not care about these people. They're really trying to make me care.
The death
and
of
it really
woke.
does the opposite.
Was that girl right about conservatives being boob guys? She might have been right after all. Honestly, this doesn't really make sense because, like, the left are the ones trying to normalize porn and, like, OnlyFans culture and stuff like that. If anything, there is too much boobs everywhere. We need to calm down a bit. But when it comes to Sydney's, like, classical bombshell beauty, like, I kind of get where they're coming from. Sydney Sweeney is a hot white woman who does not mind catering to the male gaze after we had a decade of hearing about how the male gaze is bad and toxic. A decade of hearing about how white people are bad and
yeah, I don't like celebrities.
Toxic. A decade of ugly.
Look at me. I am your goddess. Yeah, I don't like that shit. That shit's fucking weird.
Angry, fat androgyny seeping its way into everything and anything. When people say Sydney Sweeney is anti-woke, I don't even think they mean politically. I think they just mean like Sydney Sweeney is like looking into a time portal back to 1992, a time when porn addiction wasn't such a big issue. Every woman didn't show her hole online for $5. Hookup apps didn't exist. It's like a bunch of millennials and zoomers are long.
Dude, I want to go back to the 90s. Let's go back to the 90s. I really, really like the internet. I don't want to give up the current internet, but I'll give it up to go back to the 90s.
For a time.
It was just a better time.
They never experienced.
I experienced the 90s. I missed it. I miss it so much.
But yes, this is a cultural shift, but not necessarily a conservative one. Just a return to, like, normalcy, a return to normal Americana consumerism. In 2065, conservatives are gonna be like posting people twerking like, return! These same TikTok freaks who are attacking Sydney Sweeney have been sounding the alarm about this cultural shift for some time now. And we see a bunch of celebrities embracing like looking normal and healthy again. Like Demi Lovato is a perfect example of this. She was an obese, short hair, walking stereotype, crying about a frozen yogurt place daring to sell sugar-free frozen yogurt.
I walked in, was so triggered that I left without froyo.
To now being skinny and help.
She left without froyo. If you're calling it frozen yogurt, froyo, there's something wrong with you already.
Healthy and married, and even making a TikTok dancing happily in that same frozen yogurt place.
The singer returning to the scene of the crime Wednesday, poking fun at herself on her socials.
That's part of the reason these people are freaking out and saying like fascist aesthetics, because they know the chokehold they have had on culture is losing its grip. Inshallah. Once Sam Smith goes back to being normal, that's when I know the culture is healing. Thankfully, American Eagle did not.
Sam Smith is not normal. Sam Smith is asexual degenerate. On stage, maybe more normal, but behind the scenes, he has not changed.
Not bend the knee and did not apologize to the horde. In fact, they doubled down. Sydney Sweeney has great genes, is and always was about the genes. Her genes, her story. Wait a minute. Her genes, her story. HH. Uh-oh. Now, I can sit here and say the obvious, like, these corporations just want to pander to you, they just want to sell you like, yeah, obviously. But have you considered, it's good when corporations pander to me, personally? I just realized so much of American political discourse is, like, around f***ing corporations and ads. The Gillette commercial, Bud Light.
Yeah, I don't get it. I really just don't give a shit.
Protein World.
I'd rather just sit here and make fun of morons being fucking freaks.
There are so many examples, like, it's just crazy how so much of our politics revolves around consuming things. I will buy Blue Team products. I
don't buy shit. Like, I don't spend my money on nothing, man.
A Red Team product. Bleak.
Like, I legit only spend my money on necessities. I don't get anything. Like, all the stuff that you see in this room, I got basically for free. Everything in here, I've either had for a very long time or it was free.
In conclusion, we are tired of ugly.
Even that PlayStation 4 you see back there, that was free. We found that in a house that we started renting.
There's hot people in ads again. The white woman is back, baby. Let's go. 500 trillion more to Israel. Nobody can afford a fucking house. World is run by pedophiles. But woke is dead, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah! So if you like this video, please subscribe and maybe donate to me on Patreon. Link down below. All Patreon.
Yeah, you need to get off Patreon. Patreon's gonna end up kicking you off. If they don't like you, they find out that you said some things that they don't like, you're gone. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell for all notifications!